Turning to the Supreme Court showdown, Judge Brett Kavanaugh's accuser now open to testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee on Thursday. President Trump weighing in on the controversy last night on Hannity.
I think it's a very sad situation. He's an outstanding person. And frankly, Sean, to see what's going on is just very, very sad. You say, why didn't somebody call the FBI 36 years ago? I mean, you could also say, when did this all happen? To take a man like this and besmirch. Now, with that being said, let her have her say, and let's see how it all works out. But I don't think you can delay it any longer. I have been accommodating. I say, let her say what she has to say, and let's see how it all comes out. But they've delayed it a week, and they have to get on with it.
Here now, Harvard Law Professor Emeritus, author of the book, The Case Against Impeaching Trump, Alan Dershowitz. Alan, good of you to be here. Good morning. Always,
good morning.
Always a pleasure. One of the requirements, based on what her lawyers are asking for in order to have her appear before the Judiciary Committee, is that Brett Kavanaugh goes first. Is this a hurdle?
Every civil libertarian in the country, liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat, led by the American Civil Liberties Union, should be outraged at this demand. It is so un-American. You're the accuser. You get on the witness stand, you testify, you make your accusation, you get cross-examined, then the accused responds. It turns the entire legal system on its head. It is insane to ask an accused person to deny the accusation before he has heard the accusation being made and cross-examined. Sure, the FBI should continue its background check. They should also call everybody else who may have been at this party. All of that is true, but the idea that he goes first, I want to hear from the American Civil Liberties Union. Where are they? This is the most fundamental denial of due process.
So do you think that the Senate Judiciary Committee would never agree to these terms?
Never. It would be outrageous to put the person who's being accused on the witness stand first and say, would you please deny what we think we may have heard in a newspaper? There's a letter. We're not even going to show you the letter to Senator Feinstein, but now set out your argument, set out your case. I would never in a million years allow a client to be subjected to a kangaroo court like that.
But that, you're kind of getting at the essence of this. This is no longer a confirmation hearing. It's turning into what feels and looks like is a criminal trial.
Well, Rachel Maddow says, put him in jail. Impeach him. There's no statute of limitations. She says it's attempted rape. Attempted rape under Maryland law, you'll pardon, I have to be specific, requires a specific intent to penetrate. There's no evidence, even in her allegation, of that. Look, men and women are not born with a gene for telling the truth or lying. These senators who say, I believe her, or the others who say, I believe him, nobody is in a position to believe or disbelieve. Let's hear her. Let's hear him. Let's hear other witnesses. Let's see them. Let's see their attitude. Let's determine their credibility. Then we can say, I believe. The idea that you always believe a man or always believe a woman is the most blatant form of sexism.
You're being too logical, Alan. You're using your legal brain. Again, this is about hysteria all around.
Well, that's what lawyers have to do, and stop hysteria. And that's what the ACLU for years did. No more. They make so much money now on being anti-Trump, they have forgotten about civil liberties.
So I know that we're talking about a lifetime appointment here, so it's a little bit different. But what would normally happen in a case where you're talking about two minors and it's decades later? Because I believe he was 17, she was 15. So what would be normal precedent under these circumstances? Number
one, almost every state has what's called a Romeo and Juliet law. So if you have a 15-year-old and a 16 and a 17-year-old, it's generally not treated as a felony of the kind if it was a 40-year-old man and a 15-year-old girl. That's number one. Number two, I have to tell you, I've practiced law for 55 years. I have never heard of a case like this criminally being reopened after 35 years. It would be the first time, as far as I know, in American history, probably world history, that anything like this has led to a criminal investigation. Only in the world of radical extremists would you ever even hear a suggestion of a criminal prosecution.
So the accuser's legal team insists that this process is moving too quickly. And clearly Democrats in the Senate have a strategy to delay until, perhaps the elections happen and we're moving on to 2020. What is the appropriate time frame here? Because you just mentioned we do have to do all these interviews. We have to conduct some sort of investigation. Is pushing this to next week, is that still too quick, or have Republicans pursued an appropriate time?
Both sides are wrong. There should be no time frame. We shouldn't be concerned about the election. We should be concerned about finding the truth. However long it takes to make sure she testifies, the other witnesses are put on the stand, subpoenaed if they have to be. The FBI conducts its investigation. Remember, the FBI has no jurisdiction criminally in this case because it took place in Maryland, but they do have the power to do background checks. They're not supposed to make credibility determinations, but they're supposed to gather all the evidence, give it then over to the Senate. Let the process unfold. Let there not be a deadline. If it happens before the election, so be it. If it happens after the election, so be it. But politics shouldn't determine the outcome of this investigation in terms of timing.
Well, the Senate Judiciary Committee actually said this on Twitter yesterday. They have a statement from Mark Judge, the other man allegedly in the room at this party. They have a statement under penalty of felony. There's a third person allegedly at the party. They have a statement under penalty of felony. And they also contacted a fourth person who was a schoolmate who has made some allegations on social media. So again, there is, however you want to characterize it, an investigation going on by the people within the Senate Judiciary.
But that's not good enough. You have to ask this guy, Judge, why did you initially say you don't remember? And then why did you say, oh, it didn't happen? You have to be able to confront him with his inconsistencies, too. Look, everybody here has to pass the shoe on the other foot test. If this were a liberal Democrat who had this allegation being made against them, oh, by the way, we have such a case. We have Keith Ellison, who has a spousal abuse or a domestic abuse case against him. Where are the Democrats on that? The same standard has to apply to Democrats and Republicans. You can't have one system of justice for one party and another system for another party. I just want to see a fair process applied to everybody across the board. And I don't care whether it helps the Democrats or Republicans. I want to make sure the rule of law is preserved.
Well, the equal application of the law is kind of the old normal and is not the new normal. And what we're seeing in this
the equal
deeply
application
divided
of
world.
Everything is no new normal. You can't have the same standards of morality, the same standards of the media, the same standards of anything. We have two truths. It's absurd the way we have become so partisan and so divided. You know, I was at the Red Sox-Yankees game last night as a Red Sox fan, but I have to tell you, when Aaron Judge gets up, I applaud. I met Reggie Jackson last night. He is my hero. I don't care. I'm a Red Sox fan, but I know a great player when I see one, and I know my friends who are Yankee fans. When, Martinez gets up, they cheer. That's the way it should be.